Pioneer is wide open with an incredibly diverse metagame as proven by the Star City Games Regional Championships last weekend. And in amongst that diverse metagame, one of the top 8 lists was this, or something similar to this. This is Green, White, or Selesnya Company. This particular list was taken from a Pioneer-winning, challenge-winning decklist and 5.0 decklist by Olivetti on MTGO. I'm playing an Explorer because I prefer the arena experience to the Modo experience in terms of like play-by-play. So some cards, namely one card is missing. There's no Gideon or Alexander card. I'm playing Archangel of Elspeth and a copy of the Wandering Emperor in their slot. It's not quite the same, but it's kind of interchangeable in a way. The cool thing about this deck is that it is the kind of thing that I love to play. I absolutely adore playing disruptive creatures and beating my opponent up and getting value out of things like Collected Company at instant speed when your opponent's not expecting it, or to be honest, when they see what you're playing, they are expecting it, and there's just an inevitability of having to play around or into a Collected Company. For those of you that are Zoomers, you're new to the whole playing games of Magic beyond Standard or Commander. Collected Company is a 4-mana spell. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, pick up to 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less from among them, put them on the battlefield, and then you put the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. Essentially, it looks 6 cards deep, it gets you 2 3 CMC creatures. So what you do is you play a critical mass of 3 CMC creatures to get the most mana you can out of it. 6 mana's worth of creatures at instant speed off of the Collected Company. You get mana advantage, you get card advantage. Company's pretty sweet. Although historically, Company has kind of fell behind in other metagames as decks have got more and more unfair. And the only real way to play Company in those games, or those game modes in those other formats, including Pioneer to an extent, is to do one of 2 things. It's either to make an insurmountable clock and tempo advantage, kind of what Merfolk has done in the past when splashing for Company, or playing bodies that completely and utterly fuck your opponent's game plan so you can get through. Now, the Hatebears and disruptive pieces in this format are not quite as disruptive as the things you'd see in Modern or Legacy. We aren't strip mining people here, for example, but we do have the classic copies of Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. People who have been watching the channel for a long time know I love me some Thalia, so we've got 3 copies of that here too. And then other disruptive pieces, we've got Anointed Peacekeeper. This card has seen quite a bit of play in other formats in D&T. It's a 3-mana 3/3 that ETB triggers, looks at your opponent's hand, then you name a card. It doesn't have to be in their hand, it can be a card that you assume or know they play. That card costs 2 more to cast, and activated abilities of that card cost 2 more to cast. It's very disruptive in terms of like picking apart your opponent's game plan so you can monopolize by, you know, killing them with aggro. Archon of Emeria, one of the greatest Hatebears ever printed. It's been around for quite a while now, but it still feels like a new kid on the block for me. 3 mana 2/3, flying. Each player can only cast 1 spell a turn, and non-basic lands your opponent's control enter tapped. So it disrupts their mana and it disrupts them from casting more than 1 spell a turn, keeping you both on an even keel. You break that parity by having flash threats, either casting a company in their turn, or casting a spell in your turn, then a company in their turn, or a spell in your turn and an Aven Interrupter in their turn. A newish card from Thunder Junction. 3 mana 2/2 flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile target spell on the stack. It becomes plotted, which means your opponent can cast it next turn for free, for 0. However, spells your opponent casts from graveyard or exile cost 2 more to cast as a Hatebear bit of text. And thus the plotted card costs 2 more, so it's a disruptive element later. If it's a non-creature spell, it costs 3 more thanks to Thalia. And if you have 2 Aven Interrupters in play, it costs 4 mana. It is pretty damn good. You use this to take them a turn off for Wrath, or stop a removal spell killing a key piece during combat, combat tricks, and all sorts of good stuff. And then the other disruptive cards are basically things like exile your opponent's stuff. Sky of Clear Apparition, Werefox Bodyguard, the ETB in exile, permanents or creatures your opponent's control. It's a Fiend Hunter style effect with upside or various differences to what Fiend Hunter used to do. Fiend Hunter's old tech. I'm sorry for mentioning cards that no one remembers anymore. And then the hot new thing from Duskmourn that is kind of the glue that sticks this whole thing together is Enduring Innocence, a 3 mana 2/1 lifelinker that whenever 1 or more creatures your opponents control, that's not what it says, whenever 1 or more creatures you control with power 2 or greater enter the battlefield, you draw a card, trigger this only once per turn. And the other cool thing about it is that when the Enduring Innocence dies, because it's one of the rare Glimers, it triggers and comes back to the battlefield as an enchantment. It loses its power and toughness, its ability to attack and block, but it keeps its text around, which is pretty good because most of the removal in the format tends not to exile. There are some things, there's Extinction Event, there's Torch the Tower, there are exiling effects, but a lot of it will just put it in the bin, and thus we get to keep this effect around. We can even attack into them to make unfavorable blocks, so we get to keep, like, you know, half the card around. Essentially, this means every body in our deck, barring Anointed Peacekeeper, can trip and draw us a card. And when we company, sometimes we'll hit like Enduring Innocence plus another body and like draw 2 cards, and we're just loving life. It's super interesting that this design space is like showing up in white at such a low cost. There was a time that Mark Rosewater said Mentor of the Meek was outside of Color Pie, and now we're getting like Mentor of the Meek effects in standard at 3 mana again, but like without having to pay for them. Like, yeah, I prefer this to Mentor the Meek by a large margin. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and comment down below and let me know. There's a deck list in the description below as well. And if you're looking to pick up cards for Pioneer in the flesh, then you can pick up single product and sealed product from CoolStuffInc.com. Don't forget, Foundations is just around the corner, so you can get pre-orders in for that as well, as that's sure to rock standard and transform it quite significantly. Use the code Kenobi at checkout to get 5% off your order and help support the show, and you also get a Wicked Orc Army token with my likeness on it as I'm fighting back the forces of darkness. Now on with the games. We've got Voice of Resurgence in hand. That's right, we are playing a green-white deck with Voice, and that gets me very excited. This deck is fair compared to a lot of like combo finishes you see in Pioneer, which is quite interesting. But I love me a fair deck that draws cards and also has ways to disrupt your opponent. This is kind of Hatebears. It's not really Hatebears. People call it Selesnya Company, which is a name for a deck that makes me feel icky. Like, how is it Selesnya? The company is not from fucking Ravnica, is it? They've killed our mana dork, they bolted the bird, some might say. Here's a Voice of Resurgence. They appear to be on Phoenix. I'm not 100% sure what counterplay we have to Phoenix main deck. We'll actually have some arena noises this time around. Last recording, I was in silence. You could hear me like breathing and mouth slapping. They kill the Voice of Resurgence. We do get a token out of it. We drew a Temple Garden. We're gonna not shock that in. We're gonna play this for white. Play this creature that draws us cards. I remember when Mark Rosewater was saying that this was like outside of Color Pie, because Mentor of the Meek was outside of Color Pie, and now we're getting it at least once per turn. Interesting developments and changes. This won't be a bounce spell. I don't think Phoenix plays any bounce spells. There's the opt. Sure. I am nervous. The only Phoenix matches I've played recently were playing the Rakdos Tree deck. So having Agatha's Soul Cauldron in your main deck and having Graveyard Hate is fantastic for that matchup in particular, where here I'm not 100% sure what's even in our sideboard. I ripped a 5-0 list from Modo. I probably explained that in the intro. And I've changed a little bit. Like, for example, they're playing Gideon Ally of Zendikar, a classic anti-control card for green-white mid-range decks in older formats. The card is not currently on Arena because they still haven't got Explorer up to being Pioneer yet. So this is Explorer, not Pioneer, with some cards missing. So we switched it out for 2 other white Planeswalkers. One Elspeth would be a upticking, making a body every turn grinding card. And then 1 Wanderer, which down ticks doesn't really grind out control because you have to tick it down to get your bodies. But what it does do is allow you to keep up Company or Emperor mana, and it kind of makes the opponent have to consider what you've got, because the deck is pretty good at doing things in your opponent's turn, with both Aven Interrupter and the Coco. So Wandering Emperor kind of builds on that a little bit. They are treasure cruising here. They have not hit a single Phoenix, which is a little bit unlucky for them. Although, to be fair, they only milled once. Everything else has been cast. They haven't considered at all, so they haven't surveilled once. Oh no, I'm lying to you. There was at least one surveil. We untap and draw Archon of Emiria, which is actually fantastic into this matchup. Now, if we play it and they impulse it, that's going to be a little rough, but we will draw a card off of it. Let's enter this tap. Let's play this. Do they have Impulse or Fiery Axe thing? What's it called? Lightning Axe. It's not even fiery. It's made out of electricity. We drew another Archon, which is pretty decent. We'll get into the red zone. Do they kill this before damage to save a point of damage on the Elemental? They do. So Impulse kills the Archon. They take 4. We get a 22, which means we're probably not dead to multiple Phoenixes. But if they make multiple Phoenixes, I guess we can eat 1 with Skyclave. That's pretty good. They have 1,000,000 mana here. This art for Hall of the Storm Giants, by the way, is just phenomenal, isn't it? Crofts Eidetic Memory. This thing is so good. What a great innovation for this deck. On the upside, we can now eat this or the Shredder. I think we have to eat the Shredder, if I'm honest. This means we are probably going to die to a really big Phoenix turn. Or we could just play the Archon and pass. Let's play the Dunes. Let's play the Apparition. Let's get rid of the blocker and draw a card. I'd love to draw a Thalia here. That would be absolutely shit hot. That is not a Thalia. Okay, we're attacking with shields down. We have no like follow-up spell here. We have no Aven Interrupter. We didn't play the Archon to disrupt them in that way. I basically just removed their blocker so we can get into the red zone because, well, we've got to kill them. There's an inevitability of them just comboing off. Legend Shredder number 2, which we've got an answer to with Werefox. We actually get to untap and then go Werefox into Archon, which is phenomenal for us. They're down to 1 red mana after this, but they've still got a land drop to make. Shredder is currently conniving, so they're going to get to draw discard. Cruise into the bin. Interesting. Guess they're a mana short, perhaps? That's 2 bodies on board now. A burn spell on our apparition would give them a 2/2 back. That doesn't really matter too much here. We don't care about that. They've got something. They're thinking long and hard about what to use this pathway for. God, the art looks so good in High Fidelity, right? Yeah, they're going to axe the Skyclave, which is great for us because they can't kill the Archon now. Does make our attacks a little bit wonky. They play a blue source here. They didn't ditch a Phoenix, but they do Treasure Cruise here. Jesus Christ. One of these creatures might get really big. Hopefully they put it on the Shredder, because that makes our removal really good. If they put it on the token, then we'll feel really sad. They put it on the Picklock Prankster, which is kind of clever. Shock in the Temple Garden. We have got a line where we go Enduring Innocence, Fox, eat the Picklock, draw 2 cards, and then have a 4/4 that can attack. Drawing 2 cards does seem hot, but I think having the Archon in play is very good. Let's draw 1 card then. We're going to eat the 5/7 so we can actually attack. Them diversifying their bits there was pretty strong. Archon of Emeria, just to stop them from doing too much. We're going to get to connive here. They ditch a land. We attack with a 4/4. We have 1 flying attack and 1 creature's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They're going to chump it. That's good for us, I think. There's a world where they draw like 19 cards here and kill us. That's not actually true. Not with that mana. They can get this thing to be very big, though. Maybe even like an 11/11 or 12/12. They can definitely put on a 2-turn clock. We do have a blocker, of course. Next turn, we get to play Enduring Innocence, draw a card, and then play Avian Interruption their turn to draw 2 cards. That's pretty decent. They're going to make one of these things quite big, I'd imagine. Even just casting a 1 mana cantrip here will connive plus the cantrip and put 2 counters on a creature. They didn't, though, because, of course, Archon of Emeria. I'm a dum-dum. That's okay. Brushland from us. We could have anointed Peacekeeper here. I like the drawing cards angle, though, if I'm honest. Because Peacekeeper doesn't draw as a card. Okay, here's an Enduring Innocence number 2. Electric Boogaloo. This is our only spell for the turn. They can now have removal spells, but we do have a 5/5. We drew Company for their turn. Holy shit, that's good. Attack with a 5/5. They're going to have to throw something under the bus here, probably. Well, actually, they don't have to. They can take it, go to 4, and then try and kill us next turn. I mean, it's going to be difficult for them to do. Both of these will gain a power, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5 from the conniving. And then let's say they draw 6 cards. It's going to be 11. That's not enough, right? They can only cast 1 spell too. No. They're on 4. I'm not sure what the game plan is here. Probably kill the Archon with a removal spell, untap and go for it. No, they didn't have a removal spell for the Archon either. We are in a good, sweet spot, sitting at a pretty 22-4 with a board full of bodies, and one of them's a hate bear, maybe not hate ogre, 3 mana, 2/3 flyer. They're going to axe the Archon. Okay, do we let that go? Because if we company into a Fox, the Fox can eat the Archon. If we company to another Archon now, they can't cast another spell this turn. Yeah, we go Archon, fucking hell. Interrupter? That seems good. I guess Skyclave is better though. So the first Archon will die. We're going to draw 2 cards, eat one of their Shredders, take their blocker away. Yeah, good game. Collected Company doing fair things into a deck that isn't all that fair. Okay, so they are on fucking Phoenix. We don't have that. Wow. Wow, the deck list I took doesn't have any Graveyard Hate except for 2 copies of Unlicensed Hearse, I guess. Interesting, because like exiling their creatures is fine, but they can kill this stuff with their removal spells, and also it's sorcery speed, so I guess we want the instant speed where Fox plus the Unlicensed Hearse. I only played 1 copy of Voice Resurgence, and after that game, I kind of want to play more, if I'm honest. Skyclave is good because it gets rid of the Phoenix, and when they kill the Skyclave, they just got a 4/4 on the ground that we can block. So we're happy with that. We've got to be careful with how many creatures we cut for the Hearse, because it brings down our company count. We've got 37 creatures at the moment. I think Kellen might just be one of the worst cards in our deck for this matchup. I'm not convinced it's even that good, but I guess the card draw's pretty strong. Archon is good. Interrupter is good. During Innocence is good. Maybe we trim 1 Innocence and trim... The Voice might actually not be that good, even though it just won us the game. I think I'd keep it in for that reason. It's earned its spot, right? And then we trim... Oh, all these cards seem good. 1 Dork? That'll put us on 21 lands, 7 Dorks. Yeah, let's do that. That might be wrong, but 8 Dorks is a lot. I've never played 8 Dorks in a company deck before. Oh, no, I must have. I've played so many company decks in my time. At some point, I played 8 Dorks, not realize it. Even if it's like Wall of Roots or whatever. And they have scooped it up. They did not want to play the second match into Green-White Company. Okay, good start. That was like my first match with the deck. Pretty sweet. Waiting on your opponent. The state in which I spend most of my time on Arena, if I'm honest. I'm going to keep this. Llanowar Elves into Archon, into Company. Oh my goodness gracious me. Pioneer's the best. Now, if they kill our Elves, we're a turn behind on that, and we do have to hit a 4th land too. So at that point, I'll be... Oh, don't worry about it. You ever heard of Llanowar Elves, baby? I'll put a little Sacred Foundry. Could be any number of things. Red-white tokens is pretty sweet as a control deck. The format is so wide. Dwarf? Oh my goodness. Is this some sort of aggro vehicle list? Or is this like Mardu Greasefang? God, I hate Greasefang. There's always something in a format you don't like, right? Greasefang is definitely that thing. Okay, let's play an Archon pass back. We hit our land drop. They've got Veteran Motorist in play, which I haven't seen in a long time. Not since the draft, I don't think. They play a second finally tapped. Cavern of Souls is on Dwarf, so that's either a very specific thing here or they got more Dwarfs, right? I mean, sometimes you just play Cavern on what the creature is in your hand, and you have to, right? It's a 3-1 I'm not blocking. No way. They're going to torch the tower on my elf. That is fine. Take 3. Can't cast another spell. Sounds good. Let's go Shepherd Dunes, baby, and let's have a look at what you're playing with. Depala, Unlicensed Hearse, Fable the Mirror Breaker, and Roaming Throne. Okay, so Depala next turn gives Dwarves +1/+1, each vehicle +1/+1, which comes tapped. You may pay X. If you do reveal the top X cards of your library, put all Dwarf and vehicle cards from among them into your hand. Okay, they are on vehicle aggro. Depala seems pretty good for them, but like Fable is just busted, right? So I don't want them having Fable. I'm okay taking 4 damage. Sure, we've got Company next turn to find answers to... We've got more answers to Depala than we have to Fable, right? Because Werefox doesn't hit Depala. So the Fable now costs 2 more to cast. Activate abilities also cost more, but the Saga itself doesn't. Could have not laid the back of it. Right, there's Depala. We're going to take 4 here. No blocks. Trading off could have been a thing, but I don't. Branch Loft on the white side. Go to combat. Hit them for 2 here. 3 here. They won't block with Depala. Unless I guess they want to hit their land drop. Maybe they do then. No, they're just going to take 5 instead. God, I love a Knight and Peacekeeper. What a magic card. Isn't the Roaming Throne on Dwarf and then like... Is that good? You got to pay the mana each time, so you can like... It doesn't really do anything for Depala, right? But it does something for this whenever it crews. So they play Licensed Hearse now. If they had Roaming Throne in play and they play Licensed Hearse and then they've crewed it, they get 2 counters. That's kind of okay, I guess. They've got to be expecting a company. Look at this dubious mana. Like, play a 4th land pass in green-white, like, hateful creatures deck. I wonder what might be coming. They have to be expecting it. They have to play around it. There's a Licensed Hearse. Okay, so I could wait for combat, or I could do this and try and plot this. I think we wait for combat. They might have thought we had an Aven there in hand. They can't really attack into this 3/3. Okay, so we're going to company. We're going to hit Enduring Innocence and an Archon in the air, or double Enduring Innocence. I think double Enduring Innocence is actually nuts. So we're going to draw a card off of each one, seeing the other one, and then untap, play Animal Elves and draw another card, 2 cards. We're going to draw 4 cards. They can't kill it here because they can't cast another spell because of Archon. We're going to untap, play the Elves to draw 2 cards and have company in their turn again while attacking for 2 in the air. It is real hot. We drew another company. My goodness. Okay. Seems good. They are like stunned a little bit with how dumb this is. I'm going to nice them. I don't know. Like, they can't play any spells right now. Oh, okay, they are passed. My turn. Untap. Let's go Pathway on green, play an elf, draw 2 more cards. Maybe there's a combo in here that I'm not aware of that I need to be very careful of. It doesn't involve Fable, though, that's for sure. So attacking them with a Peacekeeper is completely valid here. We drew an Aven Interrupter in case we absolutely have to temporarily counter the spell they cast. If they cast someone to the stack, I'm like, oh, that kills us. Then we can Aven instead of... do I just Slam Jam with these? Their blocks aren't great. It'll still be here for the card draw. Yeah, why not? Let's threaten them a bit more. They might have a removal spell here, I guess. So I'm going to trade Veteran Motorist for the Peacekeeper and get a kill on the Endurance. We'll gain 4 life. Endurance come back as an enchantment. They'll take 4, going to 9. They're thinking long and hard about this block. And it goes through. Bang, bang, bang. This returns. So we still get the card draw off of it. They're going to eat some stuff with Hearse, I guess. Sure. They eat 2 things with Hearse. It's a 2/2 now when they power it up. Hearse is a very cool design. Big fan of it. It feels so good in Outlaw Junction as well. This art is so good with the coffin falling off the back. My good. Isn't magic great? Magda. Okay. So whenever they commit a crime, make a treasure. Tapped treasure. Sack 3 treasures, create a 4/4 a red scorpion dragon. Okay. That's your spell for turn. Are you crewing the Hearse? Okay. We're just going to cast company then. In their end step, we hit not the best, Thalia and Mystic, but we will draw 2 cards. Drew another Archon, sure. Drew another Enduring Innocence. We will... Oh, I should have shocked that in, because Thalia makes my company cost 5. Derp. Okay, I guess we're not doing anything really fancy then. We're just going to go ahead and make 1 Mystic and draw 2 cards. And then keep up 6 mana for our company. I thought they had enough money for a 3-drop and 4-drop until the 4-drop cost 5 mana because of our own Thalia. I should have shocked the garden in. I thought long and hard about it and didn't do it. We draw Raise Verge Thicket, and we draw... I'm just drawing cards for the sake of it. None of this is actually that relevant, right? Our opponent is stuck on lands, but to be fair, the Anointed Peacekeeper making the Fable cost more absolutely helped with that. If I were them, I would have played the Fable. Oh, do we have Thalia? No. I would have played the Fable to get towards the looting, which is way better than what Magna does here, right? And then I made the Thalia, and now they have to hit another land drop to get back to the Fable again, which is just bad for them, you know? We're discarding the hand size. So we're just going to discard this Verge Thicket. They're going to eat 2 things out of our bin. This game is going very slow, considering how many game actions I'm taking and how little our opponent's doing. Oh, the hearse makes them treasures. Interesting. I hadn't considered. Everything's a crime, right? Like, wasn't 2 girls kissing a crime? Because of rendezvous or whatever, secret rendezvous. They power up the hearse here. We'll discard to the thicket, sure. They powered it up just so they could look 1 card deep and didn't hit anything. They have a treasure now, so they can cast Fable, tap land because of Archon. God, I love Archon. What a magic card. Draw card for Exemplar, sure. That can resolve. Beginning of combat, sure. It gets big. Let's go, company. We hit Skyclave, Bodyguard, Aven Interrupter, and Enduring Innocence. We can draw so many cards, but that's not the correct line here. I think we're going to go Skyclave and Bodyguard, just exile some stuff. So we're going to draw 2 cards. We're going to exile Magda. We're going to exile the Parlor. Okay, this is enough. We got there. Slowly, but we got there. Game 2, we are into Dwarves. I think just more exile. Brutal Cathar is good here. Werefox is good here. We don't need Hearse. We don't need Wandering Emperor. We don't need Archangel. Spellbinder. It's okay. I think I'd prefer Peacekeeper, if I'm honest. Portable Hole hits like the Hearse, the other dwarf we saw, the 2-mana dwarf, and probably something else. They've probably got other things too. Maybe 1 copy of Hole. We're cutting Kellen. We're cutting Voice. We're keeping Archon. We're keeping Interrupter. God, the deck is so tight with stuff you want to keep. Thalia's good into both the Fable and the vehicles, so we keep those in. Trim 1 Llanowar Elves. No, we keep an Llanowar Elves and trim a Mystic out of respect to the game's history. We probably want to beat them up in the air. They could just be bigger than ours, but we're bringing all these exile effects. So, trim 1 Interrupter. I don't think I want all those Cathars, nor all of the Bodyguards, I guess. I think the sideboard for this version that I've grabbed off this like 5.0 list, played to a 5.0 by in the Pioneer League by Olivetti. Big shout out. I probably said that in the intro as well. Olivetti, Magic Online user. Problem is, our sideboard is just like more removal spells. We probably want more than just that. This is a little bit slow. I want to keep it though. Toolcraft? Okay. They are super aggressive, right? So we probably should have been a bit more careful of what we kept. Copter. Okay. Let's take 3 there. Play a Verge. Pass back to them. We're going to probably Skyclave the Copter. Skyclave the Toolcraft. Brutal Cathar this. And just hope that's enough. So they get to screw the helicopter here and bop us for 6. This is actually a lot faster than the first game where we got to go on the play. We got to have it all. We got to be disruptive. It's a lot scarier. So we're going to take 7 here. Taking the Copter does turn off the Exemplar, like, power up, but they probably have some form of other artifact. Llanowar Elves, sure. So we're going to go Skyclave Apparition, the Smuggler's Copter, and hope that stems the bleeding. But I think the hand I kept might have been just too slow. Like, we should have had a Dork and then removal spell. Well, we have removal spells, but they're all 3 mana, so we need a Dork to get to the 3 mana quicker, I guess. There's kind of 1 Torch the Tower. That indicated they had a 2nd Torch the Tower. We're taking 6 here. We need to land into company and hit something good, I guess. What the fuck? Redain. Non-quick exposure permanent cast with mana below 4 greater costs 2 more, so this makes company real bad. We are dead on board. Exile this. Die. Yep. Okay. Let's go to game 3. The keep was bad. The keep was really, really bad. They are a lot faster than... Well, I should have known they were faster from the first game, right? Like, it was very clear what they were doing when they played the Toolcraft Exemplar, like, turn 7 or whatever. That gave it away a bit. We'll trim Archons, because although they do stuff, they aren't that good into the aggro. The portable holes are, though. And I want to be faster, so I'm going to bring that Mystic in. I want to trim 1 company, because Redain... Well, you can kill a Redain, right? I actually think Thalia... Well, Thalia's a very good block. We'll trim 1 Thalia. Making the deck slower, though, by pushing the curve back up into the 3-drop slot by cutting a Thalia for a 3-drop. Interesting. Interesting. So we'll play first. Got Portable Hole, Thalia, Interrupter. Okay, that's a curve. Instead of just starting at 3. And we've got the Arganjo. If you draw like enough lands, we don't have to use this. Use it as a land, I mean. We'll use it to kill their stuff, obviously. Plains, Thalia. This makes their Copters and Hearses significantly worse. 3 mana Smuggler's Copter. Who would play that? Am I right? Magda. Okay, that makes treasures. We're probably not going to let that happen. So we're going to go ahead and play a Pathway on green. We're going to hold a Magda. Though we were like brick walling with Thalia, we do have to end the game as well. I guess once we turn a corner like we saw in the first game, it's very hard for them to really get there. They're always less aggressive than before. There's a smuggler's copter. We're going to go brushlands. We're going to go probably even interrupt whatever they play, because then they won't be able to crew the copter. Well, unless they go 2-drop, 1-drop. I guess there's that, right? I guess they can power up the Mutavault too. Hopefully they play a 3-drop here and it really fucks them. There we go. Let's even interrupt that. That plots it and it costs... Everything from exile costs 2 more. The backside costs 3. I don't know why. Okay. Let's go... I guess we can Iganjo the Smuggler's Copter. So there's no need to Apparition it, I don't think. I guess it gets them to loot. Yeah, I think I do that and then I Skyclave the Verdane. Take them for 4 here down to 12. 3-turn clock from here on out. Playing the Skyclave actually does make it a 2-turn clock. They do have Mutavault we have to factor in. It'll block something somewhere, right? Or animate something. They're going to cast Verdane here. So Snowlands you opponents control enter tapped, and non-creature spells that cost 4 or greater cost more. Veteran Motorist, sure, that's going to crew the Copter. Got 1 top, 1 bottom, okay. In with the Copter, or you're looking to block with it? In with the Copter. Perfect. It attacks. It's a 4-4 because of the Veteran Motorist. We're going to go ahead and just blow it out of the sky. Gonna get out of here, Copter. Bang. Iganjo, go. We throw a castle at it. Get castled, you fuck. Is it a castle? It's a Iganjo Castle is the original card, right? This is like the 1,000 years later or whatever. Okay, we untap. We draw another Skyclave, which is absolutely beautiful here. So we're going to use Skyclave number 1 to eat the Verdane, which does give them a 4-4 if they kill it. We'll figure that out later. We won't deploy the next... Take them to 8. They have 3 cards in hand. We have 1. I guess if we draw Company, we are loving life. That's a pretty good magic card, I've heard. To Parlor, which powers up not only the Veteran Motorist, but also this Mutavault. We have to be aware of that. Portable Hole, hitting our Thalia. Hitting their Portable Hole. Our Portable Hole, probably. Yeah, get back Magda. That's a lot of power in play. Guess we're Skyclaving that to Parlor. Drew another land, sadly. Let's take this out. Okay, they have 2 blockers. If we attack with everything, they'll go to 4. They'll block the Skyclave and get a 4, which means our attack next turn is even worse. So we just attack like this. If they double block Thalia, we love life. Yeah, there's no reason to come in with the Apparition here. They go to 4 either way, and the other way gives them a 4-4. Doesn't sound like the correct line, does it? Now, attacking with Magda and the Motorist and the Mutavault generates them 3 treasures. If they play other Magda, they can encircle 3 treasures and make a 4-4 flyer, and we are brick wall. So, other Magda is a little bit brutal here. I say we're brick wall. That's not true. Our flyer won't be able to get through, but the other 3 2/2s will. So actually, it's not quite the way. Roaming Throne. I get so much treasure off the Magda attacks. Okay, Dwarves, sure. So they're currently dead on board unless they use 5 mana to cast something. If they kill our Skyclaves, they get more blockers, but they probably have to kill the Flyer, because the Flyer kills them in 2 turns. I'm going to take 6 here. Oh shit, this Magda has a second ability, right? Sacrifice 5 treasures for an artifact of Dragon. Fuck, do they get like console flagship here? You get Portal to Phyrexia. Oh my goodness, okay. Brutal. Maybe I should have dealt with this. I think we're just dead. Yeah. Oh my god. Game 1, where we got like ahead of them and like disrupted their stuff and things, we looked so much better than them, right? As in like their deck seemed like it was doing nothing. It almost seemed like it was rogue. And then game 2, they ran us over. And then game 3, that was an amazing bit of tech there. How often do they get the Portal to Phyrexia off the Magda? Anyway, are we dead? So we're going to play a Mystic. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from a graveyard. Do they have any flyers? They're going to get our Skyclave. Okay. Well, we're going to go to combat, attack for 2. Maybe they missed the line on getting the Skyclave here. We've got 1 card in hand. We can pretend it's company. If they Skyclave our Interrupter... Yeah. We don't have any hastes in our deck. We're blocking a 5, and we're taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 exactly. GG. That was fun. That was fun and interesting. And testament to how good the format. We just saw like dwarf, vehicle, aggro combo. And some people are put off by that in Pioneer, that a lot of the decks have this like combo finish. Have a potential combo finish. It doesn't always use it. The Rakdos aggro deck with the tree combo that I played earlier in the week. This thing with the Portal to Phyrexia of the Magda. But I wouldn't let that discourage you, because like all the decks have quite a lot of different lines in them and give you a lot of like opportunity for agency and play. Like that match, for example, there's a good chance that I could have played it differently in a way that wouldn't have got us portaled. Like I was really scared of other Magda making a 4-4. I forgot this Magda had this text down here. yeah, interesting match either way. Okay, let's give it another go. We're to Gornilo. Third game in a row where we have not won the die roll, I think. We'll keep this though. We'll go Llanowar Elves into Enduring Innocence, into... Well, we might go Thalia depending on their first turn line. If it looks like their Phoenix or something, I guess. Although drawing cards is probably good too. Failed Passage is very slow from them. So we're going to go Thicket, Llanowar Elves, pass back to our opponent. It's really funny that the best mana dogs our green-white company deck can play is Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic. Like, there is Golden Goose or whatever the fuck it's called, but that's not that great, right? Okay, the Eat Dust, that's fine. There's some sort of red-black deck. Could be anything. There's so many red-black decks in this format. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben here. Make their Fable cost more, because they're definitely playing Fable. If they're the red-black super low-to-the-ground aggro deck, they might not be, but if they're playing Heraldry decks, they're not that deck, so there's that. Let's go Branch Loft on white, go to combat. I guess what we don't want to see is torch the tower on this, because it exiles our Enduring Innocence. We want this to flip. Most black-red removal can't come back from a removal spell. So then Edict the Thalia away, fine. This resolves and survives. Don't want to get torched because it'll exile it. And then this will give us card draw for every creature we play for the rest of the game, as long as they don't exile it. Fable Mirror Breaker, there it is. Like clockwork. We draw an Elvish Mystic, which is less than ideal. Let's play Razor Verge Thicket's mana into the Llanowar Elves, draw a card. We drew Enduring Innocence. Let's go... We'll just shock in the temple. Any of these things cost us life, so... Innocence again. I'm happy to trade for this token here. I thought we were going to trade. We still have the body. No, okay. We go to 20. They're on 16. They discard 2 cards and draw a card. The Hive Tyrant might give us an inclination that they're not on Transmogrify. I'm not sure if the Transmogrify deck is playing that. So this might be pure mid-range. The Transmogrify deck is a mid-rangey deck. Plays no creatures other than the stuff made by tokens, which we haven't seen another creature yet. Then it Transmogrify into an Ataka. Not Ataka, sorry, into a Traxa, which is dangerous. So we really need a removal spell for this. We're actually a little bit soft for the Transmogrify deck, simply because... Oh, we're going to block and kill it because of Transmogrify. Simply because we don't have instant speed kill spells, other than Cocoing into like one of our Fiend Hunter style effects, one of our Brutal Cathar style effects. Because you want to hold up removal spell, and then when they make the Transmogrify or attempt to Transmogrify the token, you kill the token. Okay. Brushland. Green mana. Draw 2 cards here. Do you know what? The turns where we have Enduring Innocences, probably the best turn. The games, sorry, the best games. Okay, so we could not at least give a name Transmogrify, see a bit of their hand, but that would make Transmogrify cost 2 more, which makes it 6, which with the land drop or threshold for this, they just get there. So instead, we're going to keep Aven Interrupter up, get into the red zone for 2, sure. I've just got a sneaking suspicion it's Transmogrify. We can fight through an Atraxa with an Oblivion Ring effect. So if we company into the Fox. So Fable 1 is flipping. Fable 2 is going to loot them. They're on 14 and we are really not pressuring that life total. We need a Gavany Township style effect, right? They discard 1 land. They attack. Do I just trade? Not at the moment. They've got another creature now, haven't they? So this is fine. We take 2. Go to 22. 22 is my age next year. I'm 21. On their end step, we're going to company. We hit Skyclad Apparition and Aven Interrupter. Aven Interrupter is not too hot here, but we will draw 2 cards. And we will exile probably the flipped Kiki. Because then if we get this one, this will be usable next turn, which we don't really like the look of. Drew a Voice of Resurgence, drew a Company. Sweet. Play a land. Play a Voice. Then we're going to keep up Interrupter or Company. Draw 2 cards off this. God, Enduring Innocence. Oh my goodness. It's making me froth. We're going to go to combat. We need to keep up. No, we don't. We're just getting in. Fuck this. Let's go. They can activate Hive Tyrant. Kill the Skyclave, make a 3/3. They're going to push this. That makes a voice token, which is kind of bonkers here. So voice triggers when it dies and when you cast spells in the turn of the player holding the voice. So we now have a 7/7. They get a 3/3 out of this. They go to block. They block a 1/1, a 2/1. Sure. We still have the effect, which is golden. They're on 10. And then we pass the turn to them. Holding up Aven Interrupter, holding up Collector Company. The Interrupter is also part of the glue that holds this deck together, I feel, because you can have like... You can company or you can be very direct about how you interact with like problem spells like Transmogrify or a reanimation spell or similar into a Valgavoth. This is going to be 5 damage. Are they wrathing here? It looks like they're wrathing here. We're going to block like this. Take 2. If they wrath, it's not an exile. Extinction event or whatever. Brother's End. Okay, we get to keep our voice token here. That comes off of this. So that happens, sure. We make a 1-1. We draw 2 cards. In your end step, we're going to company. We really want to hit just 2 of any bodies. Ah, okay. They see enough there. The company would make this into a 3-3, and both the bodies we attack. So let's hit 2 power each. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another body, 8. It didn't actually kill them unless we hit 3 power creatures, but we guess we'll never know unless we look back on the footage. My arena does this after I've been playing for like an hour or 2. Very annoying. Okay, Flash Werewolves are sick if they are Transmogrify. I'm not sure if they are. They might just be like full-on mid-range. If they are full-on mid-range, then Wandering Emperor's pretty good. As is Elspeth. Cut 2 Archons. Bring in some Spellbinders to swing over the top as well. 1 Skyclave for that. 1 Kellen. Well, let's give that a go. I'm not sure if I want the Planeswalkers. I want them against control decks. And maybe the grindy mid-range decks that don't have a combo plan. But I'm just not confident enough with my assessment of what they're on. Someone in the comments will tell me though. Oh, Kellen might be good here. So we're going to raise a Verge Thicket and just make a map token. Seems cool. Okay. We can play Thalia next turn. Make that Fable take longer. Although they have a kill spell directly for it. So maybe not then. Let's go Kellen then. Because he survives the Blood Tithe activation from -2/-2. It's X. It's -X/-X where X is double the number of Blood Tokens. There's a 3. Do I want to block, kill this, and then be able to deploy Thalia? They're going to play Fable here. Well, I say no blocks. The attacking with Kellen is way better. We take 3. They're just killing Kellen anyway with another removal spell. They're going to activate the Blood Token, discard a land. I think they're flooded then. That's interesting. Blood Tithe can't kill Thalia now. Molten Collapse can kill both those things. That's fine. Molten Collapse cleans up Kellen. We play an Enduring Innocence. That's how we get into this game and win, right? It's just drawing more cards from them, having more resources. 4th mana from them. Don't be a shoulder. That would suck into the Enduring Innocence with Sorin the Mirthless. It's a 2-3. That's a good grinding tool for them. I will happily trade this off. Yeah, let's do that. I guess we can't challenge Sorin then, though. We aren't challenging Sorin anyway. Actually, no blocks. We're going to exile the 2-3 and kill Sorin. Can't allow Sorin to keep making bodies and shit. Werefox. Draw a card. Exile the 2-3. Draw a Mystic, which we'll pay. We'll play. We'll pay to play. And then our Enduring Innocence, our star card, our card draw engine, and Little Aggressive Lamb. That's cute, isn't it? We'll kill Sorin. Extinction Event. They're going to name Odd? Wait. Oh, of course, because they're all odd. Derp. I thought one of them was a 2-drop. Extinction Event's really good to our Enduring Innocence. That's pretty brutal. We're going to go Raids of Verge Thicket tapped. Voice of Resurgence. Thalia. Extinction Event's also good into our voice. Extinction Event's just pretty good against us in general, really. They're going to Bone Crusher Giant Thalia. Okay, they're not on Transmogrify, by the way. All this stuff tells us they're on full-on... they're on fucking 8 life? Shit. Okay. They're on proper mid-range. So we go... Mystic. Archon of Emeria. No attacks. Pass back to them. We are on the back foot here. That extinction event was brutal. Especially because it exiled and didn't allow our Enduring Lover to come back. We'll block one of these, take 3, get a 5, make a 3/3 thing. They play a Bone Crusher Giant. They got Den of the Bugbear here as well. We need to just draw companies and hit like the best possible things of company at this point. Or joining the Planeswalkers that are in our sideboard. Okay, this is bad. So we're going to enter tap there. No attacks. Pass back to them. We do have a surprise blocker. I think if they activate the den, we're just fucked. So I'm happy they're going to do some looting here. Discard a land. They play a tapped high. Okay, they got 2 creature lands. So yeah. They attack here? Sure. So, if we flash in Avon, we can double block here. This becomes a 4/4 block here. But when these die, this will shrink. I think we just flash this in. Take 4, go to 1. This is terrible, but it's better than the alternative, which is losing our entire board and being dead to these creature lands. This has Menace. This makes a 1/1. Okay, so we do lose our token here as well. Go to 1. We drew Werefox, which has flash and gains us life, which is pretty decent, honestly. So let's say we can flash it in, sack it off, make the body again, double block, gain 2, doesn't do anything, no attacks, jeez. I guess we can eat a creature with it, right? Non-fox creature. So we can eat the Den of the Bugbear before attacks. Because the 1/1 is a problem. So that is now a 3/2. They attack. We go block, block, eat this. That kills the Den. So they make a 1/1. We're going to make a fox. Exile this. Block with Interrupter into the Den. Archon into the 1/1. Sacking this gives them the fucking Helldragon. Another Den. Yeep. We drew a temple. That sucks. Deactivate Den and we die. Well, we don't die because we can still... Okay. No attacks. We need to hit company. Come on. We're in that scenario where we flooded out and we have to hit company. They're going to feed the swarm our Archon. Sure. They go to 15. They can cast another spell now. They're going to feed the swarm this Werefox. I'm going to gain some life off it instead. You can have your 4/3. We draw a Llanowar Elves. Come on! That's the problem when you've got like 22 lands plus 8 dorks. You're just going to draw all the fucking mana sometimes. 21 lands, 8 dorks. 29 cards in our deck are just mana sources, essentially. Okay, so the Extinction Event absolutely fucked us. Like, it was not even remotely close because of the Extinction Event. So I think the Planeswalkers allow us to play around Extinction Event, right? Extinction Event doesn't hit Planeswalkers? Yeah, I've checked. It doesn't hit Planeswalkers. Okay. So I'm going to bring in those. We're not going to move things just because of Extinction Event. Like, Voice is still good, even if they can exile it in some ways. Spellbinder kind of sucks, I think. It's not good in those creature lands. It's good until I guess it makes Extinction Event cost 6. Oh, no, fuck. I should have kept that in. Should have kept that in. I think making their Wrath cost 2 more and then just killing them is good. Right, we're on the play. We have an unkeepable hand. We have another unkeepable hand. Oh, fine. Fine. 2 cards at the bottom. Goodbye, Skyclave. Goodbye, Interrupter. We are fucked. This is so bad. Oh, my goodness. I was having so much fun. Until that mulligan. Oh, brutal. So goes Magic. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's fucking mulligan into Thoughtseize. Oh, the best feeling in the fucking world. The best feeling in the fucking world. Right. It doesn't matter. We're still going to win. We're still going to win because we're going to draw Runner, Company, and Planeswalkers. Right, deck? Deck, do you hear me? Come on, baby. Archon is fine. I will take an Archon in this exact circumstance. Let's play the Archon. Okay. They're non-basic center tapped. They can't play more than one spell. The Bloodstuff Hofster can't kill the Archon. And we're going to draw us some fucking company. Tap land from them. 3 damage, sure. Sure. Oh, fuck yeah. Get inside me. Let's go. Right, we drew the first company. We are manifesting. We are putting out what we want into the universe, and we're asking for the universe to give it back, to give it away now. They're on 16. We are winning. I had a kid at EDH night the other night say that basically we couldn't finish our last game, and he said, oh, it was a draw, and he'd been a bit cocky about how he could win next turn or something. I don't think he could. So I said, rather nonchalantly, well, actually, you're quite behind, because myself and the other player who's still in the game, the 3 of us, had quite strong ball positions. And this player said, well, I'm on 38 lives, so I've won, because life total matters more. And I was just like, the fuck are you chatting about? What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, I thought it was a fun little interaction with someone at F&M. Push on this. Sure. I got a company to see if we hit, like, Fox to save it, I guess. Put it inside the Fox. What does the Fox say, you know? They attack. No blocks. Because we might want to even interrupt or whatever the fuck they're playing turn 2. Main phase 2, right? Probably not, but you never know. Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, well, we're going to company in response to that, because we might get an Aven that can... We did. Okay, so we're going to draw a card and we're going to Aven it. We're going to plot your Graveyard Trespasser. Get out of here, Trespasser. You have trespassed for your last time. Draw a Thalia. My turn. Untap. Llanowar Elves. Hold up Interrupter. Draw a card. Hit a land drop. Let's go. Hit them for 4. Gain 2. Go to 16. We are winning. We are 4 life ahead of them. Doesn't mean shit, if we're honest, but... They just hovered their Blood Tithe. They play a land. They can play the Graveyard Trespasser plus something else. Fable of the fucking Mirror Breaker. No. No. Let's plot that for next turn. You can play it for next turn for 2 mana. And what this also does is make all spells in their exile zone cost 4 mana, sorry, not 2. Which means they can't play Graveyard Trespasser now with these 2 lands. Which is actually shit hot. That is so good. They attack with a 3-2. We'll take 3. No blocks. Extinction Event does fuck us because we're really on that 3 mana train, right? They're going to Bone Crusher one of the Interrupters. That's fine. That suggests no extinction level event. Let's go Brushland. Do we want? Let's cast Thalia. Draw a card off of it. See if we want to play the Archon as well. Draw another Thalia. Archon does... If they rip Extinction, it costs 5 mana. It exiles everything but Thalia. So do we hold the Archon back? Because it draws us a card next turn. Oh! But if we attack here, it's 2, it's 5, takes them to 7. Yeah, okay, let's threaten them. Let's really threaten their life total. The Interrupter in play, by the way. This Bone Crusher Giant costs 5 mana from the Adventure Zone. Sweet as a nut. Fable costs 3 from the Adventure Zone because of Thalia. And Graveyard Trespasser. Not the Adventure Zone, sorry, the Plot Zone. And Trespass costs 2. Chandra gets to kill a thing here. Or make 2 mana play a Trespasser. That seems also okay. Killing the Aven does... Yeah, so they can plot things for cheaper now. So killing that does get them the Trespasser as well, but they didn't see it. Okay. We're going to... So we attack, they block 2, they take 5, going to 2. And the next turn they play a blocker. Okay, let's just get into the red zone. I guess I take them to... I kill Chandra, though. Sure. Take them to 3. Kill the Chandra.
I am out of here.
And then I just cycle this Thalia. Draw an Innocence. Can't play it because of Archon. That's fine. The Trespasser ETB gains them a life. Yeah, so they go to 5 here. God, this is going to be a recover, isn't it? They have to go Fable into fucking Bone Crusher Giant. And then they don't because of Archon! They don't because of Archon! Oh my god. The good shit. Let's go Enduring Innocence, draw a card. Come on, Company or Interrupter. Come on! That is neither of those things. We're going to get him for 2 in the air. God, Archon's so fucking good. Makes me a little bit aroused, actually. If we attacked them, we could have actually Ganjoed the Trespasser. Push the Thalia? Weird. Oh, because they don't have Fatal Push online for our Archon because we didn't kill their Grave Brat, which was our Trespasser. So that was the right thing to do. We just want to draw any bodies here because the bodies just draw us cards. And drawing us cards will probably get us there. We attack for 3. They exile a Thalia or an Archon or whatever. Go to 4. Say... This costs 3 mana. Kill this. Pay the discard. Then they play 1 blocker and we take them to 1. If we draw a removal spell, they just die. Sorin is a planeswalker that makes a body. Okay, and the body has lifelink as well. Okay, Mystic, draw 2 cards. Come on, Company. Archangel's good, but it's not good enough here. Okay. We attack, they block 2, they go to 1, 2, 3, no attacks. They should have put this Fable like a million years ago, right? Because it would have dug them too deeper to find an answer for the Archon, because the Archon is keeping us in the game right now and not letting them turn a corner or get back in. They're on the edge of the corner. Like, I feel like we're really struggling to pressure the life total here. Make another 2/3 flyer with lifelink. Archangel Elspeth does jump a creature by making an angel, giving it flying. They play their Saga, their last spell for the turn. They attack for 2 lifelink, going to 6. We block. We drew a Fox here. So we exile this, draw 2 cards, attack. They block 2, they take 4. It's got flash, so we cast it in their turn. Here's Elspeth. They've probably got a removal spell here, so I don't think jumping a creature works the way we want it to. Because if they have like a stomp, they just kill the innocents, right? But if we put the counters on the Archon, it does get outside of like Chandra range and stuff. We can just draw 2 cards. I think drawing 2 cards is pretty strong here. We also have the mana to make Werefox and sack it to save the Archon. Okay, that's pretty good. We're going to pass to them, no attacks. Oh, the lifelink from the Sorin is so good at stabilizing against our basically aggro deck. Now, on board right now, Extinction Event would be brutal because I think even is 0, so all their tokens would survive. There's tokens armed there as well, which is interesting. We're definitely Werefoxing this turn because it draws us 2 cards. Taking out one of their flyers and then killing him in the air is where we want to be at. They're thinking about attacking with the Hive Tyrant to lessen the Elspeth ult, perhaps. Also get through because of the menace. 2/2/3 flyers at Elspeth. Okay. We don't really mind this at all, if I'm honest. Well, them gaining 10 life fucking sucks. So gaining 4 life and go to 10, that sucks. They're going to cast a big old Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. That resolves. In your end step, we're going to Foxy bingo. So, Fox enters. I should have drawn the cards first. But I got to put the trigger on the stack, to be fair. Is it Bone Crusher Giant? Oh, they scooped that up. They scooped that up. Okay. I don't think we'd won there. I don't think we'd even remotely won there. Right? I think we were still in the game. They'd given up, so we get rid of this. We attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They block 2. Yeah, I guess 2 more counters there. So these flyers get through. Yeah. Sometimes people just give up. Sometimes people just give up. Once more into the breach, my friends, once more. Don't forget, if you're looking to buy cards to play anything in physical paper, coolstuffinc.com, link in the description below. We got a dork and some 3-drops. Let's fucking go. Don't forget, while on top of the Cool Stuff Inc., use the code Kenobi at checkout, get yourself a token, get yourself 5% off your order, help support the show, baby. Right, I'm a Land of War Elves kind of guy. Only because there's no Noble Hierarch. Print Noble Hierarch and Pioneer, you cowards. This is dying. This is dying. This is dying. Is this dead? I'm thinking about it. It's dead. Okay, fine. We do need to hit another land drop now. Thalia's fine. Let's go Thalia. Torch the tower could be anything. It just means that it's not directly aggro, because they'll be playing the 2 damage scry 1 effect instead. So something else. Didn't hit that land drop. Oh, baby. Pass back to our opponent. Looking real sad. Okay, 2 mana kill the Thalia. We traded 1 for 1 on each of our creatures so far. They play a Bank Buster. They are very mid-range sort of control. We miss a land drop again because that's how we roll over here at PK Towers. Opponent hits every land drop and plays an Archfiend to us. Good fucking shit. I'm so glad this is happening to me. Take 4. We did not draw another land again. We can't do the map thing right now. We have to play Kellen. And just fucking hope it gets us somewhere. Nowhere to run kills Kellen. So they've had all of the correct removal spells for all 3 of our creatures, which isn't that hard if I'm honest. They had their threat, they had all their land drops, and we had no 3rd land drop, which would have gave us about 1,000,001 option. Okay, well, they might only hit us for 6 next turn. Okay. And then we stabilize off of a land drop by killing their only thing, and then behind the creature. 1, 2. They're shocking the blood crypts. On our turn, do we draw a 3rd land? No, we just die. Okay. They had exactly what they needed at every instance, and we had exactly the opposite of that. Okay, so they got Bank Buster, making Portable Hole a reasonable counter to that, but it's not very good into the rest of their deck, I don't think. Maybe Fable tokens is an option. So I'm bringing 2 of those. I think I like both Planeswalkers again. They are on red black with a Dross demon thing. So they're probably playing the Annex. They're probably playing a load of demon stuff. So keeping the demons off the board is pretty good. So we're going to go Cathar and 2 copies of Werefox. We're going to cut Kellen. We're going to cut 1 Mystic. We're going to cut 1 Thalia, 2 Thalia, 3 Thalia. I'm not... It's good at Fable. It's not good at the other stuff, though, is it? Or is it? We'll cut 1 Archon of Emiria as well. Let's run with that. I'm not sure if that's correct. I'm feeling pretty underconfident after that first game. Our deck could not have gone worse, and the deck could not have gone better, I don't think. I mean that quite literally. I'm not trying to blame variance, but it was like two opposite sides of the same coin. Okay, 3 lands and a dork. We can't get the same issue twice, right? It's not possible. We've avoided it by keeping the correct hand. Let's go Branch Loft into Dork. Turn 2 Enduring Innocence. They don't bolt us. They do, that's fine. We're going to go Plains into Resurgence. We drew a land there. If we just draw lands for the rest of the game, that would be a pretty funny, like, other way round. But it can't happen. We only have 21 lands in our deck. We are golden over here. Let's go Combat. 2 damage there. Let's go Brushlands. And I want to play Enduring Innocence, but I think I want to keep Aven Interrupter up instead. Because I don't want them playing Fable, because it allows us to get in, it really puts them back. Graveyard Trespasser. I will happily plot that. We drew a Skyclave. We go Temple Garden tapped. We go for 4 in the air and on the ground, and then we play the Enduring Innocence, and we just hope we don't get Extinction Evented. Although we will get to keep our lowly 2/2 if they do, so... Mutavault from them. This is to become a demon, by the way, so they're definitely demon shit. Meathook Massacre's worse? No, it's better, because we have to keep our Enduring Innocence. Sure. And we get a token out of this too. Okay, so that's actually pretty good for us. They play the Trespasser for free. We're going to go ahead and go Skyclave Apparition. Draw a card. Exile this. Pay the discard cost with the Shepherd Dunes. Draw a Razor Verge Thicket. Play the Thicket to hit our land drops. Hit them for 2. They're on 14. They're going to kill the Skyclave this turn and make a 3/3 out of it, probably. We have to hit a land drop into double spell to be able to keep our beloved elemental bigger. Okay, they thought sees us, so we're probably not double spell. Well, we still could. We can go land, play a 3-drop, trigger Innocence, draw another 3-drop. That's an option. Our deck is full of 3-drops, as you saw from game 1, right? Take the Archon, that makes sense. Slows them down. They have Mutavaults up here. We got a Werefox here that can jump in and exile a Mutavault on the block. Do we want to do that? In for 2. I don't necessarily want to do that. They're going to go for Throat the Skyclave Apparition. Making them a 3/3. That dies. They make a 3/3. We're going to eat the 3/3. And then they can trade a Mutavault for this if they want to. We draw a card off this. We draw a Skyclave. Not a land, but that's fine. Do they want to trade a Mutavault for this? Seems kind of bad, right? But I guess it gets things off our board. Yeah, they're going for it. I don't know how I feel about this, but there you go. We just strip mine in there. That's pretty good. The back end of Voice of Resurgence did that. There's some life total changes, but that's largely intellectual, I think. We have 2 answers to, like, things. So Bloodtithe Harvester enters. We can get rid of it. Stops them killing our bodies. We're going to go Skyclave Apparition. Draw a card, exile the Bloodtithe. Draw a Mystic, which I think we'll play next turn. Are they willing to trade another land for a 2/2? It's kind of nuts if they are, right? They can float the mana and blood here if their card in hand is bad. Okay, it's not. Sure. Okay. We're on 15 apiece. They got 3 lands in play. We're drawing a card every time we play a creature. They got another Mutavault. I thought their last card might be a it's a removal spell. Okay, fair enough. I think we hold the Skyclave for their Blood Crusher here. We're going to play Archon of Emeria. Draw a card. Hit Razor Verge Thicket. Play it. Pass to them. Screaming Nemesis. We're going to have to get rid of that, aren't we? Oh, baby. Okay, so we're never going to get to gain life again, which is fine, I think. Oh, no. That's if we deal damage to it via the, what do you call it? The sort of Boris Reckoner effect. We'll play another Skyclave Apparition, which will cantrip us, hopefully hitting company. Get rid of the Screaming Nemesis. Drawing an Anointed Peacekeeper. Attack in the air for 2. Then we're going to play a Peacekeeper. But no, we're not, because the Archon. Derp. I want to play that and name the Blood Crusher. They go for 4 on the ground here. Fine. Land drop from them. Okay, we're going to play an Elves to draw a card. Which is bad, actually, because we can't Oh, we can company on their turn. Okay. I just realized we can't play another spell, so we should have Anointed Peacekeeper, absolutely. 2, 3 in the air, take them to 12. Pass to them. Do they get Aggie again? They do get Aggie again. Let's go. Aggro. Into the red zone. Company time. Is it good? It's pretty. That looks very good to me. We're going to go ahead and go Enduring Innocence plus Brutal Cathar. No, plus Werefox, because the Werefox can also gain us life. We will exile the 2/2. And we will happily block with our lifelinker. Strip mine them, gain 2 life. Seems good. Comes back as the enchantment side of things. We do get meat hooked, I guess. Meat hook's padding out their life total real good here. Here is a Bone Crusher Giant. Sure. On our turn, we will draw a Temple Garden. Okay, so we will go Archangel Elspeth. We'll put 3 counters on this apparition to get it out of Bone Crusher range. And we'll attack for 6 in the air. They go to 7. Meaning we can kill them next turn, I believe. They're going to play a Trespass, which does put them to 8. Gives them 2 blockers. Maybe we can't kill them next turn. I guess we uptick Elspeth. Get him with 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. They cannot block here, but they also just lose to the Elspeth, right? Dead on board? This is flipped, but I don't think that matters. The R11 dying. They gain a life, go to 10, and then we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Nah, we got it. Okay. On to game 3. Jesus. Archon again was really good. I don't think we ever cut the Archon. It's so good. Anointed Peacekeeper does keep the Mutavaults at bay. It's not so good into the big demons, though. Trim 1 Skyclave. Trim the Wandering Emperor. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so scared of Extinction Event. We should probably be boarding around that, which means Wandering Emperor should have stayed in. Oh, boy. We probably need some good 2-drop creatures. Maybe just play more voices to make ourselves like less susceptible to getting Extinction Evented. Okay. They are on the play this time. This is an unkeepable hand. They kill one dork, kill the other dork, and we're just screwed. 2 lands of a dork. Well, oh, it's better than a 5. It's better than a 5. It's better than a 5. Put Apparition in the bin. In the bin, on the bottom of the library. Thoughtseize it is. Okay. Wait, did we mulliganed to 5 last time, right? Or 6, and then got Thoughtseized? Who knows? We'll draw this time, though, so it feels less brutal. I sound less confident and less energized. We need to manifest. We need to manifest what we want. Manifesting Green White Hatebears. Don't take our Mystic. They're going to have the removal for the Mystic anyway, so they're going to take one of these. We're going to play Mystic, they're going to kill the Mystic. That's what's going to happen. God, these early turns are brutal. Right, we drew a land, which is good. So let's go Mystic. We can't not play it. Maybe they don't have a kill spell for it. Maybe we get to untap and play a 3-drop. They have a kill spell for it. Of course they do. Nowhere to run. We untap. That's a pretty good pickup. Let's go Razor Verge. That's annoying because we just played the land that they didn't know about, so I shouldn't have done that really. Thoughtseize takes the company. Hands down. Easy. I'll be shocked if they take the up. Oh, wow. Peacekeeper. They must have another Thoughtseize for next turn, I think is what that means. I'm expecting a second hand attack spell. Okay, let's go Branchloft Pathway on white. Archon of Emeria. Do they Thoughtseize us again and we're just stuck with a land and an Archon as our thing? They play Mirror Breaker. That's why. They really want to get Mirror Breaker online. Which is kind of fair, but I'm not too sure. Apparition the Fable? Yeah, I think that's what we have to do here. Gives them another chance to rip a third Thoughtseize, but I don't know if that's likely. We shouldn't play around a third Thoughtseize. Archfiend of Dross, sure. In for 2. No blocks. Make a treasure. We drew Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. We're going to company now to see if we can get rid of this Archfiend. We can. We really, really can. Should we look at the hand as well? Yeah, let's go Brutal Cathar this time. The hand is go for the throat. Okay, well, let's make it cost 4 mana, but that means they get to kill our Brutal Cathar. But it doesn't mean we get to get him for 4, though. Maybe we're meant to, like, Anointed Peacekeeper look at their hand, then Company the turn after. So they go for the throat of Brutal Cathar. And now we're staring down a 6/6 Demon. Okay. I don't think I played a Temple Garden because of discard to Grave Trespasser. They have a treasure. Should we make it cost them 6 mana to cast Go for the throat? Yeah. Making it cost them a whole turn is pretty good. Because they have to spend the treasure too there. Okay, no attacks. End the turn. They do lose the game in 4 turns. But they do kill us in 4 turns. 6 mana kill our flyer, attack us. Then we get Slammer Jam with like double Anointed Peacekeeper if they do that. Pretty good. I was wondering about the Brutal Cathar flipping and making the go for it even worse. But like creature punch control can be the target spells and abilities if they didn't have hexproof ward abilities, those creatures don't trigger. So the ward cost didn't matter for the other one, which is pretty interesting. They attack for 6, no blocks. We get a 12 here. Do they play another demon? That would be brutal. We cast Fatal Push, which does work because of the treasure, sure. We go to 10 there. They go for the throat, we go to 8. So we are dead to this and the Mutavault here. So here's a Voice of Resurgence, which is good into the Mutavault. They have to go for the throat now, but they can. So we go to fucking 8 and they get a 3/3. 2 them down to 8. They attack with everything. 6 in the air, block. And they got the Mutavault too. We just cannot attack. Okay. I think this is good night, Mr. Tom. Oh, not the second Archfiend. That's definitely good night, Mr. Tom. Okay, they did make a Mutavault here, so maybe something works here. So we block like this. We block like we got to play into drawing a removal spell for the Archfiend. They're on 10. We block like this, and we block like this. If we don't do that, we take 6+2 and die. We need the Voice to die, really, to make us a 3/3. No, it'd be a 2/2. Then we remove the Archfiend with any removal spell and hit them for 6. That's not enough, is it? I think that's it. I don't think there's any lines we can really take here. We're going to 4. I guess drawing Company is our out, as always. Wait, what? Oh, double Archfiend. The Archfiend was insane there. It absolutely ruined us. So there was no out to them playing the second Archfiend. And earlier on, I Skyclaved a Fable. I guess I could have held the Skyclave apparition for the Archfiends, which we didn't see at all in game 2, but we saw one in game 1, right? Yeah, I think maybe allowing the Fable to go, but then they would have a flipped Fable at some point. These aren't legendary either. Oh, them's the breaks. That was awkward. I guess we mulliganed quite hard in both games. I don't know. I feel like we could have got a bit luckier with our draws, if I'm honest. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Deck is really sweet. I just want to play more of it, but I should get on to making the next video, if I'm honest. Thanks for watching. Let me know. Comment down below. And don't forget, if you want to support the channel, Patreon link is down there as well in the description. And if you're buying cards from Course, I think use the code KENOBI at checkout to get 5% off your order. I'll see you in the next one, kids. Ta-ta for now.